Goldfish have an attention span of 9 seconds. That is higher than the average human attention span of 8.25 seconds. But it's not entirely your fault. Your attention span is being hijacked by trillion-dollar companies and by your phone. There are people in my class who can't focus on the teacher's explanation for a minute. But that's not only because they're lazy and they don't care about the explanation. Everything around them is designed to hijack their attention spans. So in this video, I'll explain why our attention spans are collapsing, how it kills motivation, and what you can do to be able to focus for more than 8 seconds. Number 1. Your attention is literally worth billions. Behind your phone, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, there's a $1 trillion system designed to keep you hooked. Because think about it, Instagram doesn't profit from you being productive all day and doing work. It profits from you scrolling on Instagram and actually getting ads. So they designed the app to hook you and actually, so you're hooked and you don't have an attention span, so you only focus on their phones and they get money. TikTok wasn't founded by some tech guy. It was founded by psychologists whose sole mission was to hook you into the algorithm. So your attention span is being hijacked. If you didn't believe me in the intro, I'm sure you'll believe me now. You're being hijacked. So it's not solely your fault. And the way they do it is with number 2, dopamine overload. Your brain isn't designed to get as much stimulation as it gets from social media. Let's go back to the story about the TikTok founders. They were psychologists who thought about how can they make the most profit out of you. And they realized that by getting your attention, they will get as much profit as possible. So what do? They designed an app that will constantly overload your brain with stimulation. It will overstimulate your brain. Every new video, every scroll, to the point that even just refreshing the page gives you dopamine. And that makes you hooked. And your dopamine baseline is so high that any other action just doesn't feel as good because it doesn't produce as much dopamine as your baseline. It's literally killing dopamine sensors in your brain. You're getting fried. So when you hear the expression, your brain is fried, it is not a joke. Your brain is literally fried. And all that brain work you're consuming, every single short is giving you extra stimulation that you don't need. You're already overstimulated. Number 3, lost motivation. Everybody says that, hey, motivation isn't as good, you need to be disciplined. But motivation is the key first step you take for discipline. You won't start something if you're not motivated. So motivating is like turning the key in a car. Without it, you're gonna start the engine. And the problem with all of this is that after you finish social media, think about it. When you finish scrolling on social media, do you feel motivated? No, you feel worse than when you started, right? And it's partially because guilt, you know you shouldn't be doing that. Or if it's not guilt, it's overstimulation. You've been stimulated so much that now life feels gray. It's not colorful anymore. And that is so bad because you will not be motivated to do anything. Like, start working out. Well, it's not as stimulating as scrolling. Do your homework. It's not as stimulating. Every single action is below your dopamine baseline. And it's not only that, you can't sit long enough to feel motivated to do something. Because motivation is a loop. You do action, well, you get motivated, you get an action, and that action gets you motivated again. So if you can't even start the action, you're not going to be motivated. For example, for me, when I start working out, I'm not motivated to work out, but when I do the first exercise, I want to finish. I want to do the second one. I want to do the third, fourth, fifth. I want to finish the workout when I already started. But when I start, I don't even want to work out for 10 minutes. That's what is discipline. And you can't do that if you don't even want to start because you're overstimulated by your phone. Number 4, design addiction. Your life is designed to be addictive, but not the important stuff. The not important stuff is addictive. You don't believe me? Well, make a list of all the things that you think causes dopamine, which will then lead to a shorter attention span. I'm gonna give you a minute. Done? Well, I have a list here. I'm gonna read some of the things that do. Push notifications, infinite scroll, short form content, autoplay, music, corn, junk food, and that is only a list. You can probably think about many more stuff. Colorful images on your phone, brightness, all of that stuff provokes dopamine, which will then in turn cause a shorter attention span. So if you don't believe me that it's all designed to be addictive, I'll allow you to not believe me, but it is true. This whole list is only part of the things that provoke dopamine. I'm sure you could fill this whole page and even more. But it's not all lost. There is a way to get your brain back. And it's as obvious as it sounds. Start doing things that lower your dopamine baseline and start doing boring things. So for example, one thing you must do is kill notifications, or at least make it so that when you get a notification on your phone, your screen doesn't turn on. It doesn't appear on your home screen. That way, you won't have the urge to check your phone and see all the notifications. Another thing you can do, but this one is extreme, delete social media, or at least put a time block. It is very easy to put a time block. I don't know on iPhone, but on Android it is super easy. Number 3, limit junk food. You might think, well, junk food doesn't exactly cause attention span problems, right? It causes it indirectly because it gives you dopamine, which will then make every single task boring. And you can probably watch a video if it's interesting, right? You can listen to someone if it's interesting. If it's boring, you won't do it. So if everything feels boring, you won't do anything. Now, stop multitasking. Multitasking is a myth. You need to do a single task. Try to focus on one task, and when you finish it, focus on another task, and when you finish it, on another one. Don't multitask. And finally, do boredom reps. Just sit for 5 minutes alone. You can meditate, or you can just think. Just sit alone with your thoughts. 1 minute, next day 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Start increasing it slowly, progressive overload. You can't just start sitting an hour alone and thinking. You will get so bored, you won't do it. You need to start small and gradually build up. If you want to take control of your life, you need to take control of your focus first. Remember, time isn't money, attention is. If you spend the time well spent, is time well spent. Time not well spent, that's what sucks. So that's it. Go watch this video, which is my latest upload. It's an absolute banger. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button with the bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Bye.